Your Excellencies, Marshal of Diplomatic Corps, other Excellencies, distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is exactly a year now since I addressed this august community on the occasion of the 52nd anniversary of the independence of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. With fond memories of that occasion, we are today celebrating the 53rd anniversary, on which I still have the honor to make some few remarks. Relations between Nigeria and the United Kingdom have continued to deepen and widen in all spheres, including political, economic, consular, trade, and other areas of our bilateral relations. A good indicator of a healthy bilateral relation is high-level visits between countries. In this connection, I wish to recall the visit of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan on the 11th of February this year, when he came calling on a 5-day private visit, where he seized the opportunity to meet his counterpart, the Right Honorable David Cameron, and also the Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg. During the visit, the two leaders broached on a wide range of issues of mutual interest, including security in the West Africa sub-region, the petroleum industry bill, and human rights situation in Nigeria, among others. Earlier on, in November 2012, the Nigerian Vice President, Architect Mohammed Nawad Sambo, led the Nigerian delegation to the meeting of the Honorary International Investor Council, HIIC, led by Baroness Linda Choka. Apart from the executives, the President of the Senate, Senator David Mark, among other parliamentarians from Nigeria, also visited the United Kingdom this year. In addition, we have received many state governors, former presidents of Nigeria, as well as ministers who visited the country on one official assignment or another. Similarly, on the part of our host country, senior government officials, including Shadow Secretary of State for Business, Innovation and Skills, Chuka Umunna, MP, the British Parliament led a 22-man delegation of British companies on a horizontal trade mission to Nigeria. The Lord Mayor of the City of London also visited Nigeria this year, and Lagos. He visited Abuja and Lagos. The high-level delegation, which resulted in interaction between the two governments, has all had a domino effect on the share of trade and foreign direct investment. Today, the volume of trade between Nigeria and the United Kingdom stands at an estimated amount of 7.2 billion pounds sterling, which translates to about 1.8 trillion naira. Even though the balance of trade still remains in favor of Britain, we are determined in the foreseeable future to reverse the trend and to level up, or even, given the focus of the federal government in the transformation of the economy, take the lead where indicators are already bright in the countdown of the 2020 vision. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is the considered belief of federal government that in the forward march of Nigeria toward the realization of the transformation agenda and its 2020 vision, the millions of Nigerians, especially the professionals in diaspora, must, as of necessity, continue to plow back in the economy and society. Toward this end, this mission has continued to engage the Nigerian community in the United Kingdom through the Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, the Nigeria in Diaspora Organization, NIDO, and the Council of Elders. This we have done satisfactorily, while at the same time, through the same organization, reach out to Nigerians with the provision of consular assistance in tandem with international extant regulations. In line with its policy of good neighborliness, Nigeria has been proactive alongside our sub-regional body, the ECOWAS, and our continental body, the African Union, in rising up to the political security challenges confronted by our neighbors. It is worthy of note the role of Nigeria towards peacekeeping and other support in logistics in the resolution of the standoff in Mali, the political logjam in Guinea-Bissau, the crisis in Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic, among others. This uncommon altruism has endured us, to Africa as a whole, and the wider world. Our own security challenges notwithstanding, we will continue to support and assist Africa in particular, and the international community in general. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this anniversary is particularly special in one respect because it has dovetailed into Nigeria's program of activities which was started since February this year in commemoration of the centenary of Nigerian nationhood. We therefore are celebrating today within a celebration. As 100 years in the life of a nation is by no means a mean achievement. Nigeria has had its fair share of challenges and trepidations in its march to nationhood, including fighting a bitter war, civil war that lasted for 30 gory months, which took the country beyond the precipice. However, God in his infinite mercy brought us back on our feet with resilience and immeasurable achievement. Also, reeling out the fatigue of civil war and challenges of reintegration, Nigeria was a bulwark in the fight against apartheid and the residue of colonialism in Africa. Beyond Africa, right from the first Congo crisis, Nigeria has been proactive with support for international peacekeeping missions around the world. We therefore cannot skip commemorating 100 years of our existence as a nation. Towards giving the commemoration of the profile and the recognition of it deserved, the federal government in February this year unveiled the Abuja Centenary City concept. The aim of the project is not only to serve as a memorial arcade, but to celebrate the uncommon successes recorded by a complex country in the 100 years of its existence. The project will be located on 30,000 hectares of land on the Abuja Airport Highway, and for those who know Abuja, who know Nigeria, and designed to be solely funded and brought up to fruition by the private sector. And I've seen many of our partners here. At the end of 5 years, the expectation is that the city will host 100,000 people and provide 50,000 jobs in the construction of sector and additional 5,000 jobs to Nigeria. In a nutshell, the city promises to be the strongest social, political, and economic tool to securing foreign direct investment while giving vista to the new national economic awakening. The project, I assure you, could not be a better enduring legacy for all Nigerians, friends of Nigeria, and indeed the Nigerians yet unborn. Your Excellencies, Marshal of the Diplomatic Corps, Dean, heads of diplomatic and consular missions, as well as international organizations, and representatives of missions, members of parliament, friends of the mission, my compatriot Nigerians. At this juncture, I wish to express my appreciation for the alloyed support, cooperation, and understanding which you have personally extended to me since my assumption of duty in this mission more than 5 years ago. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, permit me to express on behalf of myself and my wife standing here close to me, Salama to Tafida, and all the staff of the mission, our gratitude to you all for honoring our invitation to this year's independence anniversary and for identifying with us. To every Nigerian and friends of Nigeria, I wish us happy 56th independence celebration. We indeed admit that Nigeria is not yet there, as we as well acknowledge the daunting challenges before the country. It pushes through the industrialization. However, we are convinced our determination as the trajectory we have chosen will surely lead us to greatness in the nearest future. What the country requires is the continuous support and understanding of the international community in general and our erstwhile colonial masters, the Britain in particular. 53 years after independence, we cannot in any sincere sense say that we are the burden of Britain, but we can say we are now the friends of this great country, which has to continue to identify with our aspirations in our march towards greatness. Finally, may I invite you all to fill in your glasses, those who are not holding any. You see? And toast to the continuous, robust bilateral relations between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, and for the continued health and long life for Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth of the United Kingdom. Thank you. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Thank you very much.